Every morning, the sun rises without apology. It doesn't ask if you're ready. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't care if yesterday was your worst day. It rises anyway. You rise with it. The only question that matters is, what thoughts do you rise with? Because everything you are, everything you'll ever become, is the product of your dominant thoughts. Not your education, not your resume, not your background, not even your circumstances. Your mind, that quiet architect behind your eyes, is the forge of your destiny. You become what you consistently think. That's not poetry. That's law. The man who thought himself a failure became one. The woman who believed she was born to rise did just that. Thought is the seed, action is the water, and results are the fruit. But most people, they're living in mental droughts, starving for clarity, parched for purpose, drenched in doubt. Let me ask you something real. What runs through your mind when you're alone? When the world is silent and the mask comes off? Is your mind a battlefield or a blueprint? Edison didn't stumble onto the light bulb by accident. He thought about it obsessively. 10,000 failures didn't deter him, because his thoughts were locked on one thing: illumination, not just of a room, but of the human spirit. Your mind is the original workshop. Before a business is built, before a legacy is born, before a movement begins, there is a thought, repeated, reinforced, refined. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right." And he was right. Thought is the starting line. But consistent thought, that's the engine. You can't think success once and expect the world to move. You must think it daily, hourly, minute by minute. You must become obsessed with the image of your future. It has to haunt you in the best way. It has to become a living movie that plays on loop in the theater of your mind. Because here's the truth. Your subconscious doesn't argue. It accepts what you give it. Plant poison, and it doesn't protest. Plant power, and it doesn't hesitate. The people you admire most, those who seem unstoppable, they are not made of more talent. They are made of more belief. They have trained their minds to submit to their vision. They have rewritten the script that plays between their ears. You have that power too. You've always had it, but you've been distracted. You've been caught in a loop, watching, scrolling, comparing, doubting. You've let the world think for you. You've given your mental real estate to fear, to failure, to criticism, and it's time to take it back. It's time to remember that what you feed your mind, you feel in your life. You become what you consistently think. So feed it vision. Feed it discipline. Feed it the language of winners. When Carnegie walked into a room, he didn't carry confidence like an accessory. He wore it like skin, because he had already won in his mind, and that's the only victory that truly matters. If you want to change your life, stop chasing the world and start changing your thoughts. Replace every excuse with an affirmation. Replace every doubt with a declaration. Don't think like a victim. Think like a visionary. Don't say, "I hope." Say, "I will." Because when your thoughts are clear, your actions are decisive. When your belief is solid, your path becomes inevitable. There is no external success without internal command. This isn't just motivation. It's mental transformation. What you think today becomes who you are tomorrow. What you repeat becomes reality. If you think like a leader, speak like a leader, act like a leader, you eventually become one. The universe has no choice but to catch up. So start now. Control the conversation in your head, because the world is already too loud. But your mind, that's where the real noise lives. And until you own it, it will own you.